Let's use a magnifying glass for what it's used for, a magnifier. I got a dime off there on the table. I focused on that. I'm going to put this in front, and it's much larger. I'm going to focus on the dime, and if I remove this, yeah, it's smaller, but it's blurry. This is telling us that the image is not in the same place as the object. Time to draw a ray diagram. I have the two foci drawn at 15 centimeters, and I've put the object now in front of the focus. It's at 10 centimeters. A ray goes in parallel, out through the focus. The next light ray I draw goes through the center. And where do I think these light rays have come from? I have to backtrace them. The light rays are spreading out. I think they've come from a point back here, and that's where the image is. Light ray number 1 comes in parallel, comes out through the focus. Light ray number 3 that I've drawn goes through the center. Notice they've never flipped. 1 and 3, 1 and 3. This is definitely an upright image. It's also virtual because these light rays don't come from back here. It's also, as you can see, much larger. Distance to the image is negative 30 centimeters according to the calculations. And according to my diagram, I'm very close. This is 15 centimeters out to here. I'm really close to 30 just by eyeballing this. My scale shows about 7 centimeters for the height of the object. So we get a positive number of 21 centimeters, and that would make sense. If this is 7, that's about 3 times as big, maybe a little bit more. And this height of the image is a positive value because it's upright. If I move the object a little closer to the focal point, let's see what happens. There's no change in light ray number 1. It'll still go in parallel, come out through the focus. But light ray number 3 goes through the center, keeps on going, and because the object's a little further away, it starts to become more parallel to the refracted light ray number 1. The back-traced rays intersect way back there, making the image larger and larger. But as it does so, eventually, this object, if it moves close to the focal length and actually gets on top of it, this light ray becomes parallel to light ray number 1, and then there is no convergence, and the image is completely blurry and unfocused. And that's just what we see here. When the magnifier is close, we don't have a very large magnification. As I bring it out, it gets huge and then really blurry, and I lose the image entirely.